Alright, so this is the main sorter for our server. About to do some major reconstruction in here. So this is the third revision. We're about to start the fourth revision of the item, so we're ripping all this out right now. So we got the food section, wood section, redstone section, and then random shit section, and then general building blocks over here, and then dice over here. So the problem with this is two things with this sorter. One, it's only 15 wide, so you can't do all 16 colors. So I had to shift down and go and put one down here. So with the next revision, we're going to be putting 16 sections. Next problem with it is the castle is not exactly square, so doing the lighting, this center section, perfectly square. The whole thing, it's the outer side of the castle, it's not. And so because of that, the lighting on the outer side of the castle is going to be all fucked up. So what we're doing is we're going to tear out that back wall, move it over, and then this whole center section is going to get shifted over 8 blocks. And while we're at it, we're going to be rebuilding the item sorter and upgrading it. Might as well, if we're going to move it and rebuild it, might as well do everything as nice as we can. So it's going to be our new layout. This is our just temporary layout section here. Of course, it'll be, instead of going up like this, it'll be the top section will be further out, but this is just easy placing them down so we can do our layout. So I thought this would be a good layout for that. And the woods, because there's 16 wide, 8 of each type of wood, we're able to do that. Have all 3 types, or 6 types in 3 rows, and then we all doors and stuff. They came out quite nice. And then some items we're going to have duplicates, just because we want more storage space, but not enough to where we're going to want to put them in the bulk storage down in the basement. But yeah. And then we're going to have random shit blocks there and here. So, but now dyes, carpets, clays are all going to be perfect, all lined up, all even in a row. Gonna look great. All the colors are able to fit now, so this one wall will be just those sets of colors, and then dyes, wham, all the way across, all the colors. It's gonna look great. Still got to throw plants and stuff over here, but we've hit our item frame limit, so we're gonna unload a good chunk of the item sorter and then finish up the layout of where the flowers go with the different colors and stuff like that. And then we'll have more item frames. We'll be able to do the random sections here. It's going to turn out quite well. Alright. And then above, of course, we have all our automatic farms, which we're going to have to, unfortunately, maybe tear some. Well, actually, definitely going to have to tear at least some of them out, if not all of them. Beacons are all going to have to come out, because those are in the corners of each section. Yeah. Plus, I'm going to upgrade each and every section as I go, probably as well. Instead of having these and manual levers to flip and adjust these, I'm going to hook this up to all 4 corners, up to redstone lines. Okay, sorry. Peer views. Anyway, What? Let's see. I left you a like and made up for this. Oh, whatever that's all about. So let's see here. Only thing I'm gonna have to probably do some serious reconstruction is gonna be the underground, the bulk storage. That's going to be a major ordeal. Going to have to go and rip this all out. That's going to be some pretty serious amount of work. The minecart station might be, I'm thinking we might be able to leave that there And then when we shift it, this is going to be the new center location. We already mapped that out on the map coordinates. So because of that, the minecart station will probably, instead of having it centered like we do now, right there, we'll have it off-centered. So like these stairways are off-centered on each side there. Right here then would be the minecart station. And then probably the one over here, when we redo it, this will go to a shock box room. We'll have one of all the colors of the shock boxes. So, some pretty serious amount of work going on. Also, it turns out too that it's pretty easy to grab these, and we still have access to go and hit the blocks up there. So we should be able to hit the chest if they're one block moved up, which will make it easier for us to access the chest down below. So we're going to bring those up one block, which will also mean these walkways under will go one block over, which means they won't have to go down as deep. Make that look nicer too. And item elevator, we're also going to adjust it. As it stands right now, the item elevator is this one single chest. It isn't really nicely looking over here. It just comes back to an item elevator, spits it up, then circles around. Kind of left this kind of unfinished just because we've just got so many different projects going on, and this isn't exactly the way we want it finished. We want to tear it all up and redo it. The way we're going to do it is actually over here in our tool corners. Besides for having ender chest and a crafting table, which we have crafting tables in the center and all around, we're going to have the input chest in every corner. So you're just going to dump your items here. It'll go into a dispenser and shoot down water, which will bring them all to the center here, all four corners, and then that will feed into an item elevator over here and go up. So a lot more space to send the items up. But overall, I think it will go real nice. And probably while we're at it, we'll probably go and upgrade our scaffolding and maintenance area for the sorter too. Instead of having lamps over here, probably going to move those out one block so that when the redstone blocks actually power here, it doesn't light up 3 blocks. It'll only light up 1 because it'll be right there. One thing I gotta remember, which another reason too to catalog this video, is not so, maybe it's not so much for people to see, which people see it, might be a cool thing for people to see and see how the system works, but also one thing I don't have documented anywhere is how I do the flows. So help with the reconstruction, look back at the video later. Item pipeline comes up here, spits them down, they go up and over. There's a glass box, what's there? Yeah, no, that drops down, half slab there, falls on that, goes over here, and then stops, but because it's on glass, it'll keep moving quick enough that it'll drop over here. Now, this half slab is absolutely critical. Not so much to keep the items moving, but turns out if the items drop down there like it is now, they sometimes will jump over this ender chest or bounce off of it in a weird fashion where they don't line up over the hoppers, so they'll be shifted off and then they'll end up in the overflow chest. So that's one issue we had resolved later after building this thing. So when we rebuild this, we're going to have to do that as well. Then after it circles around, goes here, goes up and under. Even though it looks like it goes up, and that's just a visual glitch because there's water up there, really the items will flow underneath it. And then circle around again. And then when they come back, flow here, this way, drop down, go over. Let's see if I can get over there without killing myself. Oh yeah, there we go. Flow over. Then once they're just a little bit over enough, they drop down. And then I believe we just see if I can get over there. Here we go. So that drops straight down and then it'll flow over, hit this, and then go around. And then similarly again, when it gets to the end, it'll flow around this corner. Drop down here, bump there, go around, and then into the overflow down diverter valve. Diverter valve will send the stackable items into a dispenser here, into a separate water stream on this side, and then that way, which my bulk storage video shows, and then the stackable items into the bulk storage or manual storage over there, and then some more pipelines on my other shock box video. So that's that. Tricky part is going to be doing the all four inputs on all four corners without interfering with the water pipelines from the shock box and system. But should be interesting once it's all done. It'll look better. Layout will be better. We can actually do the lighting on the roof because the roof is all wonky. It's a rectangle, not a square, and it's not even a well-shaped square. It's a rectangle. One side's odds and one side's even number of blocks, which makes it even harder to make a nice layout for the lighting. So square it off, that'll make the lighting nice. Oh, one more thing we're going to have to go and copy over is the lighting we have on the roof. Might as well go up there, record that for posterity, whatever you want to call it. So because it's an odd shape, it's 75? No, it's 77 blocks if I'm not mistaken. 3 wide in the center here, and then we do 2 by 2 all the way over. So let's see, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I'll count that later. But anyways, when I redo this, these beacons I'm probably gonna put in the right smack in the corner instead, so that way it reaches a little further towards the outside of the castle, because right now it doesn't really reach much of the outside of the castle. I mean, it does reach the inside, but I want it to reach as far as it can, and without having to put even more, because as it is, there's already a whole bunch of these. There's 12. Yeah. Oh no, one. Oh no, not 12. 16. Yeah, 16. But well, I think that's it. Let's cut the broadcast there.